Shalom. I want to begin this lesson first and foremost by giving our praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash, and that's like to give up honors to our teachers, the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught us 100% truth according to the Bible, who's been great examples to us in the faith. And that's like to give up shalom to the elders, bishops, has been laboring. Shalom to the elect. The love of many is waxing cold. Milwaukee dentist banged, deleted, neighbor faces reckless deletion charges. A Brown Deer woman faces deletion charges after fatally banging her neighbor during a dispute over loud music. Look, you see what playing loud ass music gets you? It gets you deleted, man. That's what it's gonna get you. Turn that shit down. People ain't trying to hear that. Look, she probably was trying to go to sleep because she got to go to work the next morning, the next day. And they still playing that loud ass music, right? Look, got him deleted. And look, that was judgment. People are not playing. Remember the love of many shall wax cold? It says the incident occurred at Park Plaza Courts Apartments. You see? And Kiana, look, McGowan, and that was a Jade woman too. They did the deleting. 27 was charged at April 24th with second-degree deletion, reckless homicide with use of a dangerous weapon for the April the 19th, right? Oh, look, over loud music, right? Look, she deleted the damn dentist. You see? That was judgment. And the streets is said that neighbors were gonna get at each other, right? And this, like I said, this is the love of me, waxing cold. Going back to Matthew 24 and 12, because iniquity shall abound, wickedness is abounding in the earth, made in America, because the wicked is ruling, right? The earth is being ran by the wicked nation. The love of many is gonna wax cold. I want to get it in the blue letter. This in the blue letter, Matthew 24 and 12. I want to get the definition for the word cold. You see it, psycho. It goes back to psycho, right? Meaning these people are going to be acting very psycho and psychotic to each other, right? Are we not seeing that? Let's go to the Greek. Nah, not the Greek. Strong's information. It says suko. It says wax cold. To be made or grow cool or cold. Want in love. It's pretty much not saying anything. It's not saying what I thought I was gonna say. But love is pretty much out the window now, man. You see? Pretty much. Evil, look, evils and only evils, man. And from here on out, that's all you're gonna see, man. The love of each other waxing cold, right? Going back to the news article, Milwaukee dentist banged, deleted, neighbor faces reckless deletion charges. You see? Look, evils and only evils, right? Let's get that. Look, quick in the news. Bear with me. This phone is slow. All these different articles. All I see is people trying to get at this person, that person trying to delete this person or harm that person. Why? Because the love of many is waxing cold. Look, look, it's gonna turn up. Lord, look, look, it's gonna turn up. This is Ezekiel 7, verse 5. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shah power. And evil, meaning bad times, and only evil, look, more bad times, behold, it is come. This is what the Lord's bringing, not love, not happiness, look, not joy to the world, but evil, meaning bad times. And the Lord said, I'm gonna bring more bad times, right? And who's I wonder who's making the evils happen? Who's bringing forth these judgments, right? Who's performing the judgments, right? Look, should there be evils in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Amos 3:6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evils in the city, and the Lord have not done it? You see, evil meaning bad times. Who's bringing the bad times? Yahweh Shema Shah, who the world ignorantly and willingly called God in Jesus. Look, the scriptures don't get any plainer than that. You see? And look, those spirits, creative vengeance, they're active right about now. And that's exactly what these people got on it too. They got spirits on. Look, evil spirits at that. And now this Jake woman, she gonna be deleted. Not deleted, but she gonna be locked up until the Lord comes, right? It says, according to the criminal complaint, Mick Godwin was in her apartment during her hair trying on clothes while listening to music when she heard aggressive banging at the door. Look, probably thought it was the police. The way she was banging, right? Loud as shit. Let me turn out this music for a minute. See who's at the door, right? Look, McGowan told investigators that after looking through the peephole, and opening the door, she saw a large man who appeared to be intoxicated, who began yelling incoherently about the music. She told the police that she felt uncomfortable due to the man's threatened behavior. According to the court documents, after telling him she would turn down the music, she closed the door. She then heard the man kicking her door with no force to shake the apartment, leading her to believe he might break in. Montgomery retrieved a gun and reopened the door. She told officers she fired one shot when the man made a kicking motion. People are not playing. You see? Officer responded to the shots. Fire call found Montgomery running from the building in a pink dress without shoes, yelling help. He's in my house. Remember, you ain't need a man, right? Remember that? You say you was independent. Look. Now you got to eat them words, right? Numbers 207 inside, they discovered the victim. Identified as, how you pronounce that name? Bowden, lying face down in the doorway of apartment 207 with a gunshot wound to his lower abdomen. Despite medical assistance, he was pronounced deleted at the scene, right? And and stuff like this been happening, and they're gonna keep happening. All right. Why? Because the Lord's bringing evils, man. Bad times. And only bad times. You see? And remember, going back to Matthew 24:12, because the love of many shall wax cold. And look, it's going to get worse. Tomorrow is going to be worse than today. But what did Jesus say? For yet greater evils are going to come upon the earth. Second Ezra 14 and 16, for yet greater evils, meaning greater bad times than those which thou hast seen happen, shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world should be wicked through age, so much the more evils, meaning bad times, increase upon them that dwell therein. You see? So basically what the Lord is saying, we ain't seen nothing yet. Look, we haven't seen nothing yet.
Emergency officials in southern New Jersey are working hard to contain a wildfire that has caused the evacuation of about 3,000 residents and closed part of the garden state. Was arrested yesterday by Raleigh police in connection with 3 thefts from November. She was arrested on 6 counts of felony larceny, among other charges. Warrants say Arrington stole and conspired with 4 others to steal multiple candles, body sprays, creams, and other items from Bath & Body Works stores located on Glenwood Avenue and Briar Creek Parkway in Raleigh. The woman was taken to the Pitt County Jail and is being held under a $250,000 bond. A full list of her charges can be found on WITN.com. A Greenville woman was arrested after a warrant says that she stole more than $10,000 of goods from 2 Bath & Body Works stores in Raleigh. Now, warrants obtained by
Look at this end up. Look, stole thousands. Look, thousand, man. Worth of Bath was Bath and Body Works store. They said sprays, candles, things of that nature. You women are through out here, man. The Jake woman is through, too damn through. Look, can't make this shit up. The Greenwood woman arrested for spoiling, which means to steal, right? More than 13,000 worth of items from Raleigh Bath and Body Works store, man. Can't make this shit up, man. But this is your queen, right? This is God, right? Get out of here, man. Look, she's a real thief for real, ain't she? Let's get my next article. This is on Fox 13 Seattle News. This is boy bang deleted in Tacoma, WA on Easter Sunday night. Okay. It says Tacoma police are investigating after a boy was banged on you heathen so-called Easter Sunday night. It later was pronounced deleted in the hospital. More judgment. More judgment. Look, another one. Look, another one. Look, another neighbor gets deleted, right? Texas Hill country man fatally banged during dispute with neighbors, officials say. Okay. Once again, this is the love of many, waxing cold. And the truth has told us that we're living in these times where people are gonna be fussing, fighting, arguing. You got a lot of that going on. People are deleting one another. It's gonna turn up, man. And all of these things are created for the wicked, man. All right. All you see is red and blue lights. Okay. The Kerr County Sheriff Office investigating a banging incident that left a 54-year-old man deleted near Hunt, Texas on Tuesday, April 22nd. Those spirits created for vengeance, those deletion spirits are active. And that's what's on these people, man. Okay? Authorities have identified the deceased man as Scott Bender, who was found deleted outdoors after reports of a banging at around 8 p.m. in the 100 block of Keegan Drive South in a small unincorporated community located in Kerr County. Hunt is about 13 miles west of Kerrville. It says the sheriff's office believed Bender was banged during a confrontation with a neighbor. Though few details about the altercation have been released, nor information about what may have led to the deadly banging. Okay? And whoever perished innocent, soaring down the line, that person, that individual was wicked in the eyes of the Lord. And the Lord brought judgment upon that individual. It's my last scripture, and I'm going to close. Because you got a lot of fussing, you got a lot of fighting going on. All right? A lot of dispute going on. That goes back to strife. And that's what the Lord's bringing, right? Ecclesiastes to the wicked. Ecclesiastes 40:8, such thing happened to all flesh, both man and beast. That is sevenfold more upon sinners, deletion and blood. And that's all you see all throughout these different in the news articles. Straight up deletion, right? And bloodshed. Look, strife that goes back to fighting, fussing, arguing. You got a lot of that going on, right? And sword, straight up destruction, calamities, famine, tribulation, the scores. These things are created for the wicked, man. So you Israelites out there, you want to commit wicked acts, one of these are going to befall you. And for their sakes, look, came the flood, man. The Lord's willing, the lesson was edifying. All right, you elect to the Lord's willing, the elect was edified. This is who we do these videos for. Just bringing out, different judgments that's been going on, this week. And I got more articles that I could have bring out, but I kind of pressed with time. Lord's willing, I do another video later on. But look, fear the Lord. You see spirits critical vengeance, they're active. These deletion spirits are active for real, for real. Fear the Lord. Shalom.